Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this and where you're at. This is the last day of 2025, and something recently happened. It was Trump's first veto that he's done in this presidential term. And because it happened in 2025, I want to make this video in 2025. So his first veto of this term in office, he vetoed the Arkansas Valley Conduit project, which has been an infrastructure project that's been in the works for quite some time now. So what it was to do was to provide water, clean drinking water, to 50,000 people in the southeastern Colorado region. This bill passed unanimously in both the House and the Senate. Unanimously. Didn't matter what party these people were in. It was a good bill. It was non-controversial. We're going to give some American citizens some clean drinking water and help them out. I mean, unanimously it passed in both the House and the Senate. How often does that happen, especially nowadays, right? So it gets to Trump's desk and he vetoes it, refusing to send water to these people in southeastern Colorado. Now, the kicker is, those people in that southeastern Colorado region voted very enthusiastically in support of Mr. Trump, not once, not twice, but in 3 presidential elections. The people in this region that he just denied water to enthusiastically supported him 3 times. But see, he doesn't look there. He doesn't care. Why doesn't he care about these people who supported him? Because his feelings were hurt over issues entirely unrelated to this bill. He saw a chance to exact revenge on an imagined wrong, and he took it. Now, recently in Vanity Fair, his own chief of staff, she was interviewed by Vanity Fair and came right out and stated very clearly that if Trump feels he's wrong, that if there's even an opening for him to pursue vengeance or retribution, he's going to go for it. That's a quote from his own chief of staff. So what prompted him to hurt his own voters, his people who supported him? Well, I'll tell you what I think. Number one, he never wanted the release of the Epstein files. That was evident in his behavior. That was evident in Mike Johnson's behavior, shutting the House down for 3 months, refusing to swear in the Arizona representative who was the deciding vote. What Trump needed was one person to change their vote, just one. Well, he couldn't get Marjorie Taylor Greene to do it, so he invites Lauren Boebert into his office, who's a representative from the state of Colorado. And he tries to get her to change her vote on the Epstein File Transparency Act. Because all he's got to do is get one more person to vote no, change it from a yes to a no, and he can stall even longer. Lauren Boebert refused to change her vote. Now, she's been one of his staunchest allies, supporting almost everything he does. But she said no to this, which was the right thing for her to do. So now he's pissed off at Boebert. That's one. The second thing was, during the election cycle, there was a clerk in Colorado named Tina Peters who was convicted with overwhelming evidence that she committed election fraud in favor of Mr. Trump. She's in jail in Colorado right now. So Trump, being Trump, says, well, she's one of my people. I'm going to issue a pardon for Tina Peters because she's one of mine. Well, because of his ignorance of the law, he finds out he can't issue a pardon for Tina Peters. He has neither the power nor the authority to pardon her. Because of his ignorance of the law, and let's face it, his non-caring about laws anyway, he can't pardon her. He cannot overturn her conviction because it wasn't at a federal level. It was at the state level. He has no authority to pardon anyone who's been convicted at the state level. So this irritates him because he's the wannabe king and he wants to do whatever he wants. So now there's two things now in Colorado that have really irked him. They've hurt little Donnie's feelings because he can't have his way. Now, whether you support him or not, you better be honest with yourself enough to know that if he can't get his way, that he's going to go off and throw a tantrum and try to seek revenge, which is exactly what he's done with this bill. He's vetoed this bill, the Arkansas Valley Conduit Project. He's vetoed it even though it had unanimous Senate and House support. So now they're going to have to go through, they're going to have to override his veto, and it's going to go through anyway. So why did he do it? Because his feelings were hurt and he couldn't get his way. He's like a little immature child. When he doesn't get his way, he doesn't think ahead, and he really doesn't care about me. He certainly doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about even his own voters, which is case in point, the people he's shutting clean water off from and refusing to give water to are people that supported him. These are his people. But because he doesn't get his way, the emperor throws a hissy fit. And this is what he does. And we all know he does it. Even those of you who support him know this is what he does. So kids, I got news for you. The emperor has no clothes. And the more people that stand up to him, like Marjorie Taylor, Lauren Boebert, Thomas Massie, the Indiana state legislature, now Colorado, not refusing to overturn and release Tina Peters. Every time someone stands up to him, his reaction shows clearly the emperor has no clothes at all. And the more people that stand up to any bully, this is what happens. So, now you know. As Paul Harvey used to like to say, now you know the rest of the story. I hope you all have a safe and a really nice New Year's Eve tonight, regardless of what you're doing. And I wish you all a very productive and safe New Year. And you'll see me again. And if you follow my Facebook page, you know I speak the truth. And I will always speak the truth because there's too many lies being told, especially from this administration. Have a wonderful day.